The marketplace of Terrace was as noisy and colorful as always. Lights flashed in all directions, showing advertisements for anything and everything from strange food to dangerous weapons. People from all over the galaxy moved between the stalls, talking in dozens of different languages. The air was thick with the smell of exotic spices, mixed with the scent of the city's polluted streets. Rex Harlow stood in the middle of the chaos, trying to keep his cool. He wasn't new to this place. Terrace was full of danger, but Rex had learned how to navigate its streets. He'd survived countless missions, some of which should have killed him. His experience had taught him to trust his instincts, something he always trusted more than anything else in this city. Today, however, something felt different. As Rex walked through the crowded market, his eyes landed on a girl standing near a food stall. She was small, with dark hair hidden under a hood. There was something about her that made Rex pause. It wasn't her appearance that made him stop. She was dressed in rags, clearly someone who lived on the edge of society. No, it was the tattoo on her arm that caught his attention. Rex's heart skipped a beat. The tattoo was strange. It looked like a complex web of glowing circuits and symbols that seemed to pulse in time with her heartbeat. He recognized it instantly. It was the same tattoo he had seen years ago, on a woman who had saved his life. That memory flooded back to him. Years ago, Rex had been part of a special military operation. It was a dangerous mission, one where failure meant death. He and his squad had been sent to a remote planet to destroy an alien weapon facility. Everything went wrong. They were ambushed, outnumbered, and trapped. Rex was badly wounded, left behind by his team to die. But just when he thought it was over, a woman had appeared from the shadows. She had the same tattoo. Without a word, she had taken down the attackers one by one with a skill Rex had never seen before. She had pulled him to safety, carried him for miles through hostile terrain, and made sure he survived. The only thing he knew about her was that tattoo, glowing on her arm like a beacon. He had never seen her again after that day. But now, here she was, standing right in front of him. He couldn't let her slip away again. Rex quickly approached the merchant who was selling food and other supplies. The girl stood near him, her eyes constantly scanning the crowd as if she was waiting for something, Raz or someone. Rex caught the merchant's attention and pointed toward the girl. "What do you know about her?" Rex asked, keeping his voice low. The merchant glanced at the girl nervously before leaning in closer. "She's a strange one. Came out of nowhere a week ago. Been hiding ever since. Don't know where she's from, but she doesn't belong here. Some people think she's a runaway. Others say she's part of something bigger. I'm just here to make a sale." Rex frowned. He didn't trust the merchant, but he wasn't here for a conversation. He wanted answers. He made up his mind quickly. The girl had to be more than just another lost soul in Terrace. She had to be connected to something far bigger. Maybe this was fate, pulling him back into something he had tried to forget. "I'll buy her," Rex said, his voice firm. The merchant's eyes widened. "Buy her? She's not for sale. Not like that. People have tried before. She's different." Rex ignored him and walked toward the girl. As he approached, she tensed, her eyes locking onto his. She didn't look scared, but Rex could see the alertness in her posture. She was ready to fight if she had to. "Hey," Rex said, trying to sound casual. "I'm not here to hurt you. I just need to talk." The girl said nothing. She simply stared at him with those piercing eyes, her face hidden beneath the hood. She was waiting, watching. Rex took another step closer, and that's when he saw it. The tattoo. It was the same one glowing faintly under her sleeve. Rex's breath caught in his chest. "Where did you get that?" he asked softly. At first she didn't answer. Then, in a voice that was barely a whisper, she spoke. "You don't want to know." Rex hesitated. Something about her voice made his skin crawl, but not in a way that suggested danger. It was more like a warning, a subtle reminder that he might be stepping into something much bigger than he could handle. "I know that tattoo," Rex said, his voice stronger now. "It saved my life once. I've been looking for you for years." Her eyes narrowed slightly. "Looking for me? Why?" "I don't know exactly, but I have a feeling there's a reason we're here, standing in front of each other again. Maybe you saved me for a reason. Maybe I can help you now." She seemed to consider this for a moment, her fingers twitching at her side, like she was thinking about drawing some kind of weapon. Rex didn't flinch. He stood still, trying to show her that he meant no harm. "I'm not asking for your trust," Rex said, "but I'm offering help. No one should be chasing you. Not if you're the one I think you are. Finally, the girl stepped back. Rex could see her muscles relax just slightly, but there was still a hard edge to her gaze. If you're serious, she said, then keep your distance. People are looking for me. Dangerous people. And I don't want you caught in the middle. Rex nodded. I can handle myself. The girl hesitated, then finally spoke again. I'm Kayla, she said, still wary. And I don't know who you are or why you care. But if you're here to help, then don't follow me. Not yet. Before Rex could respond, the sound of boots hitting the ground echoed through the alleyway. He turned to see a group of armed mercenaries approaching. They weren't local, that much was clear. They were after Kayla. Time to go, Kayla said, her voice suddenly cold and decisive. She turned and darted toward the shadows, moving faster than Rex thought was possible. Without thinking, Rex followed her. He wasn't sure what was happening, but he knew one thing for certain. Kayla was more than just a girl with a strange tattoo. And whatever secret she was hiding, Rex was going to be part of it whether she liked it or not. Cliffhanger. As they turned a corner, the mercenaries closed in. Rex and Kayla were trapped in an alley. It was a standoff. The mercenaries were ready for a fight, and Kayla's tattoo began to glow brighter, as if it was responding to the danger. Rex was about to make a move when suddenly Kayla whispered, "They're not just after me. They're after you too." And with that, the fight for survival began. Kayla didn't wait for Rex to say anything. She moved with a fluidity that could only come from years of training, or perhaps something else and something deeper. She darted to the side, pulling Rex with her just as a group of mercenaries rounded the corner. "Come on," Kayla shouted, her voice sharp. Rex barely had time to react. He ran after her, his boots pounding against the cobblestones. The mercenaries were fast, and they didn't hesitate to shoot, aiming laser blasters at them as they pursued. Kayla led him into the winding streets of Taurus's underworld, twisting and turning through alleyways so narrow they could barely fit. Rex tried to keep up, but he couldn't help but feel the weight of the chase, the pressure of being hunted. He had faced danger before, but this was different. This wasn't just about surviving a mission or escaping enemy forces. This was personal. As they rounded another corner, Rex caught a glimpse of Kayla's face. Her features were hard to read, intense and focused, but there was something else, something hidden beneath her expression. Fear, regret? He couldn't tell, but he knew one thing for sure. This was no ordinary girl. They reached an old warehouse at the end of a dead-end street. Kayla kicked open the door with a swift motion, leading them inside. It was dark and filled with crates, boxes, and old machinery, all covered in dust. She slammed the door shut behind them, locking it quickly. Rex took a moment to catch his breath. "What the hell's going on?" he asked, trying to understand. Kayla didn't answer immediately. Instead, she moved to a corner, her hands working quickly to open a small hidden compartment in the wall. She pulled out a small glowing device, a communication tool, Rex realized. "They're not just after me," Kayla said, her voice softer now, but still laced with tension. "They want you too," Rex frowned. "Why me? I've never even seen these people before today." Kayla paused, looking over at him. "It's not about you. It's about the mission. You were part of it, the one they tried to erase." Rex stared at her, confused. "The mission? What mission?" Kayla sighed, her shoulders slumping for the first time. "The mission that brought me into this world. The mission I was created for." Rex's heart skipped. Created for? What was she talking about? "I was part of an experiment," she continued. "A project to create something unspecial, something to control the galaxy." Kayla paused, her eyes looking haunted. "They tried to make me a weapon. And when I escaped, they made sure to erase every trace of me, of the project. But they never expected you?" Rex could feel the weight of her words settle over him. He wasn't sure what she meant, but he knew that whatever had happened to her, it was connected to something far bigger than either of them. "I don't understand," Rex said quietly. "What does this have to do with me?" Kayla's gaze hardened. "You were part of it. I don't know the details, but you were there. You were with me. I saved you, or at least I think I did. You were the key to keeping me alive." Rex felt his mind racing. The memory of that day years ago when she had saved him flashed in his mind. But there were gaps, details he couldn't remember. "I don't remember all of it," Rex admitted. "But if you saved me, why didn't you just tell me?" Kayla closed her eyes as though she were gathering strength. I couldn't. The people after me, they have a way of tracking me, tracking anyone who's connected to the project. They use technology to erase memories, to control people, and they did it to me. I don't even know who I really am anymore. The weight of her words hit Rex like a punch to the chest. She wasn't just a runaway, a fugitive. She was part of a grand, dangerous plan. A plan that involved him. And she was trying to fight back against it all alone. I don't know how I fit into this, Rex said, but I know one thing. I'm not leaving you now. We can figure this out together. Kayla gave him a sharp look. You don't understand. It's not safe. If you're with me, you're in danger too. They won't stop coming. Rex shook his head. I'm already in danger. Those mercenaries, they were after me too. I don't care what's going on. I won't just walk away. Kayla looked at him for a long moment, studying him as if trying to read his intentions. Finally, she nodded. All right, but if we're going to do this, you need to understand something. The people after me, they're not just any mercenaries. They're part of something bigger. Something that controls more than just Terrace. They control the entire galaxy. Rex felt a chill run down his spine. This was no longer just about survival. This was a war. A war against a powerful, shadowy organization that controlled everything from behind the scenes. We need to find out who they are, Kayla continued, and I need to know why they're after me. But most of all, we need to find a way to stop them. Rex felt the determination in her voice. She wasn't just trying to survive anymore. She was fighting for something bigger than herself. Where do we start? He asked. Kayla took a deep breath, stepping closer to him. First, we need to find the one person who can help us. Someone who knows about the project. Someone who's been tracking me for years. Rex raised an eyebrow. And who is that? Kayla hesitated for a moment. Someone I trust. But it's been a long time. I'm not sure they'll still be on our side. Before Rex could ask any more questions, the door to the warehouse suddenly rattled. Someone was trying to break in. Kayla's eyes widened. They've found us. Rex's heart raced. This wasn't just a fight for answers anymore. This was a fight for their lives. We don't have much time, Kayla said urgently. We need to go, now. Without another word, Kayla grabbed Rex's arm and pulled him toward the back of the warehouse. The sound of the mercenaries outside grew louder, the tension rising with each passing second. But Rex didn't hesitate. He followed Kayla, trusting her completely now. Whatever happened, they were in this together. The two of them burst through a hidden back exit and into the darkness of the streets once again. The chase was far from over, and with every step they took, Rex knew that they were walking deeper into a fight that would change the galaxy forever.